Welcome back to the greenery and the life at IIM Ahmedabad. This is another vlog in which I'll be sharing with you something more about the life at IMA, also about things about your MBA program which can help you a lot if you can follow all of these things. Now, in one of the last videos, what I had shared with you very specifically was that what you can learn from the first year students at IMA, what is the kind of the life in the first year at IMA. And I had said to you in that video that I will be creating a separate one to speak to you about the second year of the life at IMA. And it's not just about IMA. What you'll actually understand is that you'll be able to see that these things are the same at most of the other good B schools out there, and hence the objective is that you can take some inspiration from this video and apply it into your MBA life. Now, first things first, in the last vlog wherein I shared with you about the life in the first year, what I had said to you is one very simple thing, that when you're in the first year of your MBA program, your hours are not in your control. That is what I have established already, that in the first year you have so many activities, you are getting accustomed to so many new things that you will absolutely have no time to do the things which you are interested to, or even if you have the time, it'll be a very few hours each week, and mostly your hours are governed by your seniors and the various activities which we'll be having at your B school. Now, this entire thing absolutely reverses on its head when you get into the second year at any MBA school. While in the first year I had said that you have no hours under your control, in the second year almost all the hours of your day are under your control, and hence with the second year, the second problem, the main thing, the main crux of the second year is this. If you forget everything else which I'll be speaking to you right now, this is one thing which you should have in your head, that now the second year of your MBA is entirely about how do you manage your time. Because understand this, when all the hours of the day belong to you entirely, then it is a true test of your time management skills. Second year, effectively, this is the bold statement which you should remember, that second year of your MBA is actually the true test of your time management skills, and that is why it becomes very important for you to learn that art by the time you are in the second year. I'll tell you why I'm saying so. Now the question is that why exactly am I saying that? Aisa hota kyun hai? The thing is, what you need to understand about a MBA program is that an MBA program can either entirely make you or can entirely break you. Why do I say that? See, usually when we are employees at any organization, we crib about this thing that, our hours, they don't belong to us and this and that. And, had we had complete control on the hours, then हमने ये कर लिया होता या फिर वो कर लिया होता. The fact is, in the MBA second year, and probably this is the only time in your entire life when this will be happening with you, that all your hours are entirely under your use. Now, either you can use all of those hours to do something super productive in that, or once you get that freedom, it also happens that a lot of students cannot handle that kind of freedom, and they waste those hours, and they completely waste the skill which they have. So if you see this, basically MBA second year is like a great leveler. I have seen in my experience at my B school that some of the most average students in the second year, when they have complete control of how they can spend their day, they spend their hours either in the library or somewhere else where they can learn, and they take up a lot of internships, they take up a lot of freelancing assignments, and they spend their hours very well. Also, at the same time, I have seen students, some of the brightest of them all who have had great academics and everything, who have been from colleges like BITS and the IITs and all. I've seen them completely waste themselves. I've seen them completely spoil it out. They start off with certain bad habits like drugs and all those things. They spend their entire hours only with friends, hanging out, gossiping, all of those things. Either you can spend those hours really well, or you can completely spoil it out. That is entirely to you. That is about how you spend your hours. So the schedule in the second year, it happens like this, that you'll not be having fixed hours of the classes, since you would have selected a few electives as your subject. So basis whenever your class for that elective is, you'll be having your class. So it could happen that on some days you'll be having like 4 to 5 classes. It can also happen on some days that you have just one class, that too at the end of the day, say at around 7 p.m. And it can also happen that for an entire week you might not be having any class at all. It is entirely up to what electives you have. I mean, I have had instances where for almost an entire week I have had had no classes at all. And since I had already started to work on my blog and all, I knew that okay, where I had to spend all of those hours, and I used to spend it very wisely on creating my blog, on doing these things for myself. So that was the broad idea. That is the thing. Also, if you are in the PlaceCom or somewhere, yes, you will still be having a lot of like hectic hours. Apart from that, whoever else you may be, except for the PlaceCom, you will be having a lot of control on your hours, which is what I'm also seeing in my experience at IMA, which is what it was the same thing at IIM Udaipur. So these are some of the things which I have been able to see, which I have been able to experience after speaking to all of the students here at IIM Ahmedabad. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.